But you know, when you're having to make a decision, do I pay that electric bill?
Or do I eat?
Or do I eat?
Oh, wow.
Do I pay the rent? You got to have a place to live.
Yeah.
Or do I eat? So what goes first?
Sometimes.
You give up eating.
Bienvenidos a otro episodio de Atlanta Dulce Hogar, este podcast dedicado a bienes raíces, vender, comprar, invertir. But this time I'm speaking in English and I'm speaking with Phil Dennis from George Mountain Food Banks or Food Bank. It's only one, sorry. Right. Thank you so much for being here, man. I really appreciate your time. I know you're busy and helping people, which is the best thing. And I read in the logo is until nobody is hungry, right?
That's right. Until no one is hungry.
So, wow, like how are you thinking of doing that? Like a lot of governments try.
We know there's always going to be people in need.
Yes.
But and this is one job where we all truly would like to work ourselves out of a job.
Yes.
But as long as we're needed, we want to be there.
Awesome.
We fill the gap.
Yes.
We got started back in 2008 because we knew there was people that needed help. We knew there was food, but it wasn't making the connection.
I
right?
see. Oh yeah.
Right?
So like you are the link. You know.
That's right. We are the link. So a group of us from Gainesville, Georgia, went down to Atlanta to the Atlanta Community Food Bank.
Okay.
The Atlanta Community Food Bank is like our great aunt. All right. We work kind of under them, but we're our own location. And so we have the 5 counties of Hall County, Forsyth, Lumpkin, Dawson, and Union.
Awesome.
So we have those 5 counties, and we serve the approximately 1 in 8 people who are food insecure.
Oh, wow.
And for Forsyth County, that means 6.6%.
Which is Forsyth County? Oh no, it's not. Fulton is the 1 million, and Gwinnett also hit the 1 million. But 6% is a lot.
6% is a lot of the population.
Yeah.
When we're talking about the richest county in Georgia, 6.6% is way too many people that need help.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's true in all of our counties. And so we fill that gap. We help people, many of the people that need help with food. And of course, the homeless need help.
Of course.
But many people think that that's all they think about are the ones that they see.
Yeah,
you see
the homeless.
Yeah, but most of our people that need our help have 1 or 2 jobs.
Sometimes it's not people that is homeless. It's not. It could be immigrants. It could be anybody.
That's right.
I remember, even me. When I just started, like when I came to Georgia, it was something that I used mainly through the church.
Right.
And it was something that I did use. Like, hey, let's see if we can shorten a little bit. And they're giving the help. So we attended to different places where they have this, like, hey, get this basket. It wasn't something like me picking up. It was more like here, next, and
right.
But you use it, and it's just to save on other things while you don't have all the resources.
That's exactly right, and that's a good picture of what most of our people need and how they utilize it. It's to fill the gap.
Yes.
It's so that they can put the gas in their car to get to work.
Yeah.
It's so that they can pay the rent.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah,
it's so that they
when
can
you live
pay
check
the medical
to check.
bill. That's exactly right. Because most of our clients, like I said, have 1 or 2, sometimes 3 jobs.
3 jobs.
Right?
Yeah.
And it is a way for them
to
keep going. That's to ease the situation.
The situation.
When you can take food out of the equation, people then can take their resources and use it
elsewhere that is needed or haven't been met. But I want to ask you this too. I want to know who Phil Dennis is, and I always ask my guests, because I'm a realtor, I'm a real estate agent, and I have this podcast where I love to give sources, not just talk about hey buy, hey sell, call me. No. Like I also want to give you homeowners some resources so you can help yourself. And I want to ask you, what are 3 things that your house must have besides plumbing and electricity? Like, for example, the island. Like I have to have an island on my kitchen, or like I need to have my garage because I love putting the car like safe or away from nature.
Well, I will tell you this. When my wife look at homes, there are certain things.
Okay.
And now that we're a little older,
I'm
not going to tell you how much older, we want our first floor bedroom.
There you go.
We want the primary bedroom on the main floor.
On the main floor. Okay.
So in fact, just for fun, I was up in Rock Hill, South Carolina, and we were looking at an open house.
Okay.
And it was a beautiful cottage.
Yeah.
But it had the primary bedroom on the main floor.
On the main floor.
And of course, I want a garage.
Kids can be on the top.
They're younger, and guests.
They fall though.
and that's true. And guests can be upstairs, but we want a primary bedroom on the ground floor. I like a garage. She would like a far better kitchen. So when like we're looking at our next
huge kitchen,
you mentioned an
or like
island.
to entertain, because
that's right. It is entertaining because when we have the kids home and we're cooking, we still want to visit.
Yeah.
So this modern, and it's a fairly modern thing, but this modern open floor plan, we do like that.
Okay. Oh, that's amazing. Now, Georgia Mountain Food Bank.
Yes.
So the idea we're talking about this. The idea is to help, to be. What is the worst? Let's start for the worst thing to be, because you are the outreach coordinator.
I'm the donor development.
Oh, now because okay. Wait. You changed it on me, right? You were
donor outreach. It is donor outreach. It is donor outreach.
Okay.
But part of that means I'm in the community all the time.
Oh.
So I have plenty of people asking me. I want to volunteer.
Okay.
How do I do that?
I want to give food.
Or I want to give food. Or I want to paint bowls for our empty bowl luncheon. Or I want to. I want to give monthly.
Okay.
I want to give quarterly. I want to think about leaving some money when I die. That sort of thing. Because some people do plan
some
that
people it's
far
nice,
ahead,
right?
And so I'm donor development, but it's outreach.
Okay.
It's community outreach. So I'm out there.
So what's
everywhere.
the worst of being that? Of that?
The worst.
Yeah, like what do you don't like about it? It's always something.
Oh. Jeez.
I'm sorry if I...
No, that's okay.
Well, that's good that you're looking for it. It's not like right away.
Yeah, we often don't think about what's the worst thing about your job.
Yeah.
I'm more positive.
Yes, you are.
You've got to be positive when you ask people for money.
Yeah.
Let's just,
There you go.
But maybe
asking
the thing
people.
that I don't is when people say no. Or when they don't fully understand.
There you
That's
go.
right. They don't understand.
Why are you asking for food?
That's right. Or do people really need it? Do people really need it? Yes. People do really need it.
A lot of people need it.
Most of us.
Single moms, for example, I can think of.
Or a parent who just lost a job. See,
for 1 month or 2 months. Yeah.
Right.
That's right.
Because some of our folks, it's temporary. It's very temporary.
Yeah, it's like
some of our folks.
I just need it for this month.
That's right.
I didn't do as good. I didn't sell any house. I didn't buy any house. Help somebody buy any house. You're putting my example.
Here's the thing. Yes, when I deal with young people, when I talk with middle school students, and I'm going to be at Piney Grove at the end of March.
Yes.
Working with these wonderful students at Piney Grove Middle. I tell them, most of us, not Bill Gates,
yeah,
but most of us are one lost job or one major medical crisis. And sometimes those come in together from being food insecure.
Sometimes it's just a crash. You crash.
Exactly, and that's the example I often use.
Yeah.
You know, we all know how to drive. But down in Atlanta, they don't know what they're doing, right? So, but all you need is to be in a
one
crash.
event, one
That's right.
crazy event.
The doctors put you back together. That's great. But now you're faced with a lot of medical bills. You're faced with maybe PT.
Or your son, or your family, somebody.
But you're faced with months of physical therapy.
Wow.
Wouldn't you be impacted?
Yes.
Most of us would be impacted.
Most of us.
Our lifestyle would either have to change or we'd need a little help. And that's where food banks come in.
Not being understood is the worst.
Right, not being understood.
I'm guessing this is going to be the best, but what's the best?
The best thing is when you make a presentation or you talk to somebody and they get it. The best thing is when, and they may have realized there was food insecurity before, but the best thing is when, oh my word, and I can make a difference. Yeah. Because everybody can make a difference. $1 creates 5 meals.
What?
Through the food bank. Yeah. Through the food bank system.
That's a lot.
We can take a $1 donation because of our contacts and the way we bring in food and the way we can purchase food. $1 is 5 meals. So when people make a $10 donation, because we
that's
have
a lot.
You know, and we have some monthly donors that give us $10 every month. They're providing 50 meals.
So as little as $10 is something that can help 50 meals.
Absolutely.
Wow. Now
and
that
most people, you know, most people that have a nice job. Who are going to Starbucks once or twice a month,
or every day,
because those lattes can be $5.85.
Oh yeah, it could be more.
They could or more
if it's venti.
That's right. But that's a great example.
Which means 20, but I don't know.
Your cup of coffee could be providing 25 meals. Wow.
That's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot.
So maybe don't have a cup of coffee at Starbucks. Yeah. Once a month.
Yeah. And at a gas station, you can get it for $1 or even less.
Well, now that's true. That's true. If you're pulling into Circle K or whatever and fill up your car and grab a coffee, but that's still 5 meals.
Yeah, 5 meals. Oh, wow. So where's that coming from? Where's the... Because that was one of the questions that...
Where's the food coming from?
Yeah.
All right. So this is really good. So, you know, we work with Feeding Georgia, Feeding America. We collect food from the local Publix. Okay. From the local Krogers. Okay. Walmarts, Sam's.
Oh, so those people is helping.
Sometimes Sprouts. Nice. Yes. So that's how we get a lot of our food. Okay. And the thing about Publix is in March, they're going to ask the local people to donate to their drive, and then it has a phenomenal impact
on the community.
Oh yes, because in June then, because of what people give, it's a direct donation. So when you go to buy groceries, if you give $5, $10, whatever, that money that you donate goes to an account kind of thing. And the food banks and pantries in the area can order food from Publix. Wow. And it is delivered straight to our warehouse. And from there, our partner agencies, and see across those 5 counties that I mentioned earlier, we have about 60 plus partner agencies, and those pantries order food from us. Those meal serve programs get food from us. That's how we do it. We're the
big
warehouse.
One. Yeah, the warehouse.
We're the big cheese, right? Yeah. So we well, Atlanta's the really big cheese, but we disseminate that food
to the pantries,
to the people through the pantries, through meal serve programs, through backpack programs that target children, and through senior programs that target seniors.
So where do I go to get that food that is coming from?
Well, you can go to our website.
Okay.
And choose what county.
I'll put it here in the
edited. So gmfb.org is our website, and there how you need help, and you pick food, and then you put in your zip code, and it's a great
tells
map.
You where
but I will tell you that in Forsyth we have several really wonderful partners like the Place, Hightower, Meals by Grace, the Coming United Methodist Church. We have several First Baptist Church.
Yes.
So in Coming we have a lot.
A lot of people.
And folks can look at them too. Mm-hmm. But if you go to our website,
yes,
and put in your zip code, all the pantries that serve you pop up on a map. It's a great resource.
Yeah, and then you just go there, and it has the hours and everything.
It has the hours. It has the days,
the location,
and the location, and sometimes what you'll get. Mm-hmm. So. You mentioned going and getting a bag of food or a box of food.
Yeah.
Some of our pantries are like that.
Mm-hmm.
Other pantries, like the Place, are client choice.
So I knew the pantries. Mm-hmm. I didn't even know that came from a food bank. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I knew the pantries, and I would go, and it was a church.
Right.
You just mentioned.
A lot of them are churches.
Yeah.
A lot of them are churches.
And then now I'm like, oh, this is where it comes from. Mm-hmm. Wow. That's a really nice job that you got. I mean, nice thing. It's not a job. I mean, yes, you gotta make a living, but still, it's a nice thing to do, because, like you said, it's 1 out of 8 people need help.
1 out of 8, and this is across the nation.
Yeah.
And in Georgia,
sometimes can be.
Well, sometimes it's
more.
Like Mississippi.
Oh,
they have a lot of food deserts. Might be a little higher there. But in Georgia it's 1 out of 8, and then 1 out of 5 are children.
Yeah. Oh wow. And then what is, like, can I get produce, or it's only cans?
No.
I don't even know.
See, many of our pantries do get their produce, and we pick up produce from the supermarkets, and we also order produce through it's called CIRC. It's the Southeast Region Cooperative.
Okay.
And we have several food distributions, like we do one with Free Chapel over in Hall County, and I know there's other Free Chapel locations, but right now we do a distribution with them directly in their parking lot, and so everyone that comes through that. And when I first came back to the food bank, so back in 2023, we were serving 250 families. It very quickly went to 400. Lately, it's been 500 plus. So,
and it's just only one county.
That's just at one distribution.
Oh, one pantry.
That's one pantry. Yeah, one food distribution. So we've seen a 30% growth in food insecurity. We really have.
Yeah.
And
if the economy goes bad, that means more people need help.
Well, until we that's right. And you know what's high now? Gasoline prices. So as long as fuel prices stay up,
the food
everything
goes
else
up.
is affected.
Yeah, because you need to transport. You need to get it from the farm to the place.
Now, we can't do anything about the bird flu.
Yeah.
All right. So, certain
Oh, can you get
commodities.
Eggs? No, just kidding.
Yeah, you can get eggs. We just got eggs. Yes.
Oh, wow.
So we have Country Charm. We have an egg supplier, and we just got eggs. But believe me, when those eggs come in, that's right.
They have wings. They fly.
Yeah, right out of the warehouse. Right out of the warehouse. So we do get some produce that we buy. We do get produce that's donated. A lot of the produce that's donated is on its last legs. Right? So, but we have a neighborhood fresh program where one of my colleagues, her name is Perla, she goes out into the community, certain areas, and pushes out that produce. So we have a lot.
Because that goes fast.
It goes fast. It's fresh.
But I don't mean like people take it fast. I mean like it can get rotten.
Oh, that's right. So that's why we have to push it out fast.
Yeah.
That's why today's Monday. We're going to be going around to several stores and picking up everything from over the weekend.
Okay.
Right? The meat will be frozen and go straight into the freezer.
Yeah.
The canned goods will go to another area. The fresh produce goes to the cooler. But because it's on its last legs,
Yeah.
we're going to look, those pantries that pick up on Monday,
Yeah.
they might be able to get some of that.
Yeah.
But she also has designated areas of low
Well, she
income that she knows, and she pushes it out.
That was my next question. That's why I was looking here. I got my notes in there.
Yes.
Who is eligible?
Oh, well, so, all right. So our different pantries may have different requirements.
Okay.
All right. The food bank doesn't.
The food bank just
Does not.
Whoever pantry
right.
gets you.
That's right.
Okay.
So we push the food out to the pantries, but sometimes people come directly to us.
Yeah.
So we have the capability for a person to come get some food one time.
Okay. One time a month or?
One time.
Oh.
Because we're not a pantry. We're the food bank.
Oh, okay.
So what we want to do is if they come to us,
Yeah,
we
you
give
tell
them some
them.
food,
Okay.
and then we give them a list of
And
pantries.
then all this information.
That's right. And then they know where to go on a regular basis to get help.
Okay.
Some of our places give out food every week. The place. Some of our places give food out once a month.
And all the info. Oh yeah, you just told me that you go put your zip code in the webpage and then
right, and you can find out. And some people they only require driver's license or some sort of identification because they're just trying to make sure
food.
that I'm in Forsyth and I'm serving Forsyth people. I'm in Dawson, I'm serving Dawson people.
Yes.
And that's why we have pantries
okay.
in every county. And they may collect data like how many adults live in the household, how many children, how many seniors. It's
also collect information.
Just a little.
Surveys. That way you can help better.
We want to know. I mean, if we have a bunch of people and half of them are children, well, then we want child-friendly stuff to go there, right?
Okay.
If people need diapers, we need to make sure we have that available.
Over there in that area.
It really is it's just demographics.
Yes. No, I mean,
it's
people
not,
lie, numbers don't. So that's the idea.
And it's not personal information. There's been some concern.
going on with
that's right.
With immigration and
That's
stuff.
right.
Yeah.
We're not in that business.
There you go. You're not in that business.
We're not.
You're in the business of helping
people.
Yeah.
So and there are households that are multi-generational. So that's the only reason we ask. So how
right
many adults?
now, that was something that I was learning about because I do take classes, so I keep up with what's going on.
Right.
And they were talking about that you can have a household where 3 generations are there: grandma, dad, and then children.
Absolutely.
And
it's
sometimes
happening more and
grandchildren.
more,
Yeah.
and sometimes
grandchildren.
Yeah.
So wow, that's something that is just to help distribute, right? It's not like I'm trying. No, if you're this, if you're that,
it's not for exclusion purposes.
Yeah,
it's only for demographics.
For demographic, okay. And then the pantries are the ones that can maybe ask for something like, hey, you attend this church,
provide extra help, or provide extra help. I mean, if you come to a pantry and you just pick up food, but you really need formula. Well, how do we know that unless you tell us? Yeah. So that's the
idea.
That's exactly right. It is to provide wraparound assistance.
There you go.
Because so you come for food. Well, why do you need help? Well, I lost my job.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then you need to go over here because the place can help you find a job.
Like the Hispanic Alliance in Hall County, they can help you.
Right, but most of our pantries are linked in with United Way. Okay, and so we have resources. We have resources to help people.
Yeah.
So
when you help people, you tend to have friends that help people in other ways.
Right, exactly. So you need help with food. Well, you have a language barrier. So maybe you need GED classes. Yeah. Right?
Or
this is what the place does
ESL classes.
That's right. This is what I meant ESL. So maybe you never graduated from high school. Yeah. That's what's keeping your earning power low. So that's why. So the place does all that. One of our one of our partners does all of that.
Yeah.
They help you.
There's a lot of,
Right? We just...
I service in my church as an ESL teacher.
Very good.
Yeah.
Right? But there's a lot of people that they may not know that, right?
Yes.
So we can put them in touch. At the food bank, we just hired a SNAPS benefit coordinator.
Okay.
So her job is to help identify people that could get foods, what we call food stamps.
Okay.
But it's SNAPS benefit, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And so she helps. It's a government program, of course.
Yes,
but
I heard it.
It's government paperwork.
Yeah.
All right. Our taxes
And then you help
are bad
them
enough, right? So we help them with the paperwork.
Get that help.
To get that help.
Like the week also, the
WIC. That's
WIC,
part of it. WIC's part of it. That's for nursing mothers. That's for children, right?
Yeah.
Right. And then and if you qualify for WIC, you might also qualify for Peach Care.
Yeah.
Right. So that's children insurance.
Yep,
That's doctor
that's
hospitalization.
true. Yeah.
Right. So see, that's what we do. We
Help.
give out food, but we try and connect the families that need help with food to find out a little bit more about them so that we can provide additional assistance.
Beautiful.
Now, it doesn't come from the food bank, but it comes from our connections.
From
right?
from your network.
That's right, from the
Nice.
network.
Nice. You were telling me when you arrived before we started recording that here there's some information where there's a lot going on. What are those things going on?
Well, so in March we're rolling out our matching gift campaign.
Okay.
So we've
matching gift. So I guess if you give a gift, you also match it.
So that's exactly right.
Okay.
So we have First Financial of Gainesville, and my good friend Dick Cheek.
Okay.
With Edward Jones.
Okay.
And then Danley Sound Labs. Now these are all Hull County companies, right?
I need to get the information to have them here.
But these three companies came together, and so they're going to double the impact of every donation this spring. So when we roll it out, if you decide I want to give $10, you're really going to be giving 20. Because they're going to match the gifts up to $5,000. So that's this spring.
So if you're going to give 10,000, just give twice.
Or maybe we'll call you for a matching gift next time. But we have found those very good for us, because the donor that just hears about this the first time, it's really cool when your gift will provide 10 meals and not just 5 meals, right? So these matching gift campaigns are important. They're important, of course, to raise the funds, but also to raise awareness.
Where do I reach out? Where do I go to get?
So directly on our website.
Okay.
Directly. So we have links of giving. One is giving time. That's volunteers.
Yes.
One is giving money. Of course, that's money.
Yes.
And then giving food.
Yeah, time is money.
Food drives, and time is money. Time is money.
Yes.
So 1 hour of volunteer service, I think, equals 159 meals. I think we have that posted up in our volunteer action
everything
center.
translates into numbers.
Everything is needed. Food is needed.
Help is needed.
Money is
volunteers.
needed, and help is needed.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be at Piney Grove Middle School for their service event at the end of March.
And
they are packing.
That is in Hull County too, right?
No, that's in Forsyth County.
Okay,
I'm coming back over to Forsyth County for that.
Yeah.
Piney Grove's been doing this for years.
Okay.
Mary McKnight and Melissa. Sorry, Melissa. Melissa and Mary have been doing this for several years, and the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade students have a project, and they give back to the community. So they're going to make bags that will go to a backpack type program. They're going to be painting bowls for our empty bowl luncheon. They're going to be learning a little Hunger 101 because they're giving me the opportunity to talk to these students about what hunger really is about.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a great day. And then later on in the year, September is Hunger Action Month, and that's when we do our big fundraising
and everything through the webpage is.
That's right. You can find all this information.
GMFB.org. Sorry.
Yes, Georgia Mountain
Food Bank.
So gmfb.org.
.org.
And of course, if you have any questions, you can just call.
Yes.
I can talk about food insecurity. I can talk about the food bank.
What is that? I never heard that before.
The term food insecurity?
Yeah.
So food insecurity is when it's defined as when a family cannot bring food into the home on a regular basis to meet your needs. So or you're having to give something up in order to bring in food. So lots of parents don't eat. They don't eat because they're trying to give food to their kids.
Mainly the mother.
Right?
I have this theory where the father just teach you that the world is not so good, and mom is like she makes sure that everybody eats before she eats.
Right.
But whenever I stay with my two boys, sometimes I eat and they go, "Dad, I'm hungry still," and I'm like, "Why didn't you tell me before?" So
well, but you know, when you're having to make a decision, do I pay that electric bill?
Or do I eat?
Or do I eat?
Oh, wow.
Do I pay the rent? You got to have a place to live.
Yeah.
Or do I eat? So what goes first?
Sometimes
you give up eating.
Sometimes you have to.
If a dad or mom has a job and they got to get to work, are they going to have breakfast? Or are they going to put gas in the car so they can get to work? They're going to put gas in the car.
Yeah.
That is food insecurity.
Oh, wow. Or also, like, do I eat well or I just...
Or junk.
Yeah,
that's
just
all
junk.
Right.
Which is... I was telling my wife, too, like, hey, I understand that, sometimes we save here and there to put the food in the fridge. But it's like, really, like, let's buy best quality food so we don't have to spend that money on medicines, but we spend it on, before we spend it before we have to spend it on medicines.
Well, see, and that is a real concern, and we see food as medicine, so we had a campaign like that. Many food insecure people also have problems with obesity, diabetes.
Yeah, because everything is sugar.
Why? That's right. Because the cheap food
it has sugar.
Is not good food. It's high in salt, high in sugar, high in
and the
fat.
sugar they use it so it can last longer. And it is amazing, like ketchup. Why does ketchup have sugar? I don't know. No.
So when we have people that do food drives for us, and schools do it, businesses do it, Legal Food Frenzy is coming up this spring.
Yeah.
So the local attorneys will donate food and funding to the food banks.
Okay.
They're very competitive.
And then
the lawyers are very competitive.
Beautiful. That's good.
That's a good thing for us.
So they can be the one that gave more.
That's
nice.
Right. That's right.
That's the competition we want.
That's right. So, but we stress better foods, healthier foods. Sure, you can buy a can of vegetables. Yeah. But let's look for the vegetables with no salt. You can buy canned fruit, peaches and heavy syrup, but we ask you to do it packed in water or juice, but not high syrup, because we want to nourish people.
Like I said, is sometimes you just spend it after with the medicines, with the whatever you need to, like high cholesterol, all this stuff, obesity. But if you spend it before, then you maybe not, but you're doing the best to avoid.
That's right.
You're
making a positive step.
Exactly.
Right? You're making a positive step. So I tell folks now, we do get ramen. And people do ramen. But I call it hypertension in a bag.
Yes.
Right? I tell my college students, I said, when you get out in the real world, and I know what you're doing in college. You're eating ramen. I know that. But when you get out, make a conscious decision to eat better.
Yep.
Right? I mean, it's really sad to see a 30-something individual struggling with hypertension and diabetes
even
because
a 40-something.
their diet's not right. So we as food banks and pantries and meal serve programs, we want to nourish people. So when people ask what can I give you, we stress healthier foods.
There you go.
We absolutely do.
Awesome. So I guess that's the message. Just eat better. If you need the help, you can get it at some of the pantries that food bank serves.
That's right.
Because that's the Georgia Mountain Food Bank serves. Because that's really what you guys do.
That's right.
You use the distributor, and then you get it from the big ones, from the big grocery stores, the supermarkets.
Right. So let me stress this.
Yes.
If you need help, my message is, do not be afraid to ask. That's a hard thing. Most people have a very difficult time asking for help. We want you to ask for help. We want to be able to bridge that gap and put you on a path to success. You know, children.
Nobody got where they are with no help.
That's right. Nobody. There's
unless
always,
you're Jesus.
But he helped other people. But he helped other people.
But I was wondering, like, nobody is where they are, like, because, and I was talking about that today, how people just see the results, but they don't see like, everybody saw Michael Jordan, winning, LeBron James winning.
Oh, right.
Everybody saw Phelps, one Olympic, 15 medals.
But what did it take to get there?
Yeah.
What did it take to get there?
Or Usain Bolt, where he says, everybody saw me running 9 seconds, 50, milliseconds. But that took me 4 years. But you saw the 10 seconds.
And a good coach.
And a good coach.
You see. So
everybody needs help.
Yeah.
Or got help.
So please don't be afraid to ask. For help if you need it. That's what I want to tell the person who needs help.
Not just food, but hey, do you know anybody that English?
That's right.
I want to learn English.
That's right. And my other message is, if you can provide help, please don't be afraid to give it.
There you go.
Please don't be afraid to give it.
Yeah.
And
that's my idea with this.
That's right. There's a lot of people who have the capability. So step up.
Step up, man. That's right. Wow. I think it couldn't be a better way to say it. Thank you so much, Phil.
Thank you.
Man, I appreciate you for coming. When I saw you and the way you say this and the way you tell me, like, what do you do? Because I saw you in a networking event for the
right.
And it was like the passion you transmit, or for what you do. I was like, I need to have this guy in my podcast. And that way we can help.
Right.
Help others that need to go. So now this is Georgia Mountain Food Bank. You don't go directly there, but they help distribute and put it in pantries and stuff. And if you want to be a donor, also good. Go to the website, right? Go to the website. The website is amazing
there's a lot of information on there, but it tells you how to give. It tells you how to volunteer. It tells you where to get help.
Where to get help.
And I'm there. You can contact me.
Awesome.
Right?
You're not unreachable.
I am definitely not unreachable.
Yeah, I give yes, it's true. Like, you're not unreachable. You right there. You were right there, one email away, and now you're here and giving all this information. I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
For the time.
Thank you for coming.
All right.
And thank you for Georgia Mountain Food Bank. People need it.
Right.
And I was one of those.
Till no one is hungry.
Until nobody's hungry. Yep.
Thank you.
Amen. Amen to that, man. Thank you so much.
Very good.
See you guys. Esto fue Atlanta Dulce Hogar, dedicado a dar. Y muchas gracias. Un podcast que hoy fue dedicado a eso, pero nos dedicamos a bienes raíces, comprar, vender e invertir. Muchas gracias.
Gracias.